Hi everyone, welcome to the Ultimate Gardening channel. In today's exciting sprouting video, we'll be discussing everything about peppers. So if you want to know all the details behind how you could grow a gorgeous pepper plant like this, please stay tuned with us. So Ultimate Gardeners, jumping right into this video, as you can see, I have a gorgeous yellow bell pepper right here with even a bell pepper growing on it, so I'm super excited. And so we're going to be talking about what's the best way to grow peppers. Well, number one, you want to grow peppers in containers, especially in cloth pot containers, because like I always say, growing plants in cloth pot containers is a better solution than growing them in plastic containers because there's actual airflow and it prevents root bound, which is something great, especially when it comes to peppers. And so once again, the best way to grow peppers is in containers in cloth pots. Secondly, what is the best sunlight requirements? Best sunlight for this plant is full sun, 6+ hours of direct sunlight for maximum growth rate, because peppers need the light. They absorb the light, they need a nutrition value, they need to go through the process of photosynthesis in order to actually produce a healthy plant. Because if it's in shade, it's not going to do so well, it's going to be more vulnerable to diseases, and you don't want that. So full sun is the way to go. Number two is when you're about to plant your pepper, you want to go ahead and allow it to grow with some type of feeding solution in there, such as a granule fertilizer or a water soluble fertilizer, for example like the Vermistera earthworm castings or the Vermistera earthworm casting tea. Those are two solutions that are great when it comes to peppers because it actually helps them establish into their new home, and it gives them an early access to nutrients and potash, which is two main factors when it comes to a success of a pepper plant. So you want to give them a beginner fertilizing, and so after that you want to go ahead and fertilize 2 to 3 months based on the fertilizer you use. But in the meantime, fertilize weekly with a water soluble fertilizer, and then after that you can use granule once again 2 to 3 months. The watering system for this, you do not want to water the leaves. That is something all gardeners stress, because if you water the leaves, it will make the leaves more vulnerable to pests such as powdery mildew, whitefly, and aphids. So you want to actually prevent watering the top surface. You want to water at the base. Prevent watering from any leaves. Water from the soil or around the root circumference of the plant, because you don't want to get pests. Watering is super one of the main key factors when it comes to growing peppers and failing at it, because they water from the top. And so another thing is you want to water one time every 2 to 3 days when it's newly planted. When it's established, you can water one time every week and you should be good to go. But once again, if you want to do a water soluble fertilizer, one time a week would be great for that. But other than that, with regular water, one time every 2 to 3 days if it's newly established or if it's newly planted, and one time every week once it's newly grown. Number 4, we're going to be talking about peppers, the actual pepper. So if your pepper plant is actually blooming at a very early stage, especially if you started it from seed, you'll be able to notice this. If it's starting to flower and producing peppers at a young age, that is a huge tail sign that it means it's stressing and it's about to die. All gardeners barely even know this, but that's actually a tail sign that you know if your pepper plant is struggling, if it's producing peppers at a young age. This pepper plant already has been growing on, and you're gonna receive it with peppers and flowers on it if you buy it at a nursery. But if you started from seed, keep an eye out for early blooms and for early pepper production, because if that happens, cut those flowers off and cut that pepper off, and then fertilize it well and water it in well and spray it with neem oil to see if it will bounce right back. So that's all the things you need to learn when it comes to becoming a pepper pro. And you might be wondering, what happens if I want to winter over this variety of pepper because I love it so much? Well, one option is you want to get a greenhouse like the one I have right here, because it is 20 degrees more hotter inside than it is outside, and it will allow your pepper to winter over nicely. And second, growing it in containers once again allows you to winterize it more faster, because it's easy to mobilize, and you can move it in the ways of garden where if there's more sunlight during the winter, you can winterize it there. So yeah, Ultimate Gardeners, that's gonna be it for this video. If you want any more videos on peppers, feel free to leave a comment down below, because I would gladly do any video on peppers, because I love doing them for you. So let's go ahead and wrap up this video. So to main gardeners, in the video I actually noticed I forgot to mention about spraying and disease control. If you find early signs of disease such as aphids, whiteflies, and powdery mildew, spray it with an all organic neem oil like this one, because these are super beneficial when it comes to organic gardening, because neem oil is 100% organic and super effective. Or you could do the water and soap based solution, which just contains a bit of soap and water, and just spray that on a constant spray every day at least until you see it actually fade away. So please keep that in mind, stay vigilant, and stay aware when it comes to disease and pest. So that's gonna be it. If you learned something new, please leave a like down below, and while you're down there, please consider subscribing to show your amazing support towards this channel, and please share with your friends and families to help other generations learn where their food comes from, but not only that, learn how to grow it. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and never forget to grow big, ultimate gardeners. Bye guys.